Hopefully everything's back. All right. So we're back, guys. I don't know what happened. For some reason, I just encountered a random error and it kicked me out. So as I was saying, so we've lost our first game of the regular season, and you know what? I'm just gonna see. When is the? I think the trade deadline is maybe like week 6. I think it is. So let's see. Yeah, I think that's the case. So one thing I may see, guys, is just if we don't win season, I'm going to think, you know what? I think it's just not working with Baker Mayfield. First of all, let's answer a media question. Performed better last season, but things did not come together. How do you avoid that again this season? Consistent. Means everyone has to stay on point. We're going to say that. I guess, since I normally skip until the middle of the season, I just kind of skip those little things. But I'm just going to kind of go maybe on a week-by-week basis for this season a little bit more and just kind of see where we're at. Because when I say changes, what I mean is at who the signal caller is. Because Mayfield actually doesn't fit our scheme. And that is concerning to me. And once again, we lose by a wide margin yet again. So my thinking is I may just have to I may have to have this season kind of be a tanking season, and we may just have to find ways to get under the cap because we're in the negative right now. So that may be what I consider doing. No lies. So, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to just say, you know what, Baker? We expected more from you. We gave you talent, but all you've given us is nothing. So basically what I'm thinking is we just need to trade Mayfield to just another team, not for a quarterback, but basically just to get, picks. I think that's something that we just need to do. Maybe we can get a corner or something. Or maybe just a pick. Don't really want to trade him in the division, though. All right, let's see if maybe the Bengals will take. And in the meantime, let's see if maybe we can take a cornerback from their roster. Somebody who's not really too elite. Let's see about maybe DJ Turner the second. Let's see if this trade works. Trade decline. We don't feel offer brings enough. Okay. All right. All right, let's try another team. Let's try maybe the Bills. Maybe a team that needs more of a quarterback. Browns could actually use a QB, so maybe we can get a pick from them. Let's see about maybe getting the 19th pick and see if maybe they can give us one of their corners. Cameron Mitchell. Guy that fits our scheme. Put the team over the cap. Okay, well, we can't do anything with the Browns. The Bucks, maybe. Well, we'd basically be trading Baker back to the Buccaneers. Zach Wilson's their quarterback now. So Dolphins could use a quarterback, but they're negative in cap room. So not good. Ritter, I don't think they need anything. I think maybe the Jets. The Jets, maybe. Let's see about maybe getting Maybe getting one of their corners. Will Johnson. Don't feel the offer brings enough value. Let's just see about the pick straight up. All right. So we couldn't get a corner, but we were able to trade away Baker Mayfield. Now, you know, some of y'all may look at me and be like, I can't believe you just did that when you invested all that money in him. Well, y'all, we are in the negative, and we need to start unloading some money. And like I said, this may be just a season where I got to tank a little bit. Because right now we have $6.02 million. That actually freed up some cap space, which definitely helped out. So, and all these guys that I have invested a lot of money in, I want to keep them around. And also that's going to give us another first-round pick. And that pick may be one to get a quarterback. So in the meantime, let's go to free agency and let's see who's out here. Because I don't want to have Jaren Hall be our starting quarterback for the rest of this basically potentially tank season. I didn't want it to be a tank season, but I think just to get under the cap, we may have to do that. You know, you got to take drastic action sometimes. So let's see about getting any of these. Well, God, all of these quarterbacks are garbage. All right, so we're going to just go ahead and sign Jacoby Brissett to be our quarterback for the rest of the season. 66 overall, not really anything too spectacular, obviously, but he's going to be our guy for the rest of the season during what is basically become a tank year. But we'll just see how we do. Because honestly, I just think Baker Mayfield is not working out. He's down to a 76. I expected more from him. I expected bigger things from him, but that just hasn't happened. And Jaren Hall is, you know, a 50-something overall, so I didn't want to go with him. So Brissett, I think, wore maybe number 7 for most of his career, but I don't want to give. Who's wearing number 12? Oh, I think 12 is our kicker, Ben Sherman. Okay, well, Ben, you're just a kicker who we drafted because we just needed one. So we're going to give you just another number. Let's give you number 10. All right, and we'll have Brissett wear number 12 like he was wearing, I think, with Washington this past season. So he's going to wear number 12. And he's going to be our quarterback for the rest of this season. It's probably looking extremely weird to say that, you know, you're trading away Mayfield for a pick to just start off fresh at quarterback. But you know what, guys? I think that's what we have to do. I think we just got to get a better pick. And I'm actually considering not being done with trading away assets yet. So let me actually take a look here. Let me go back to the trade center and see about something. Because one player I actually was kind of considering unloading was Marcus Davenport. And the reason for that is because he's been, you know, eclipsed by Allen. Davenport is a guy that doesn't even really fit our scheme. So at this point, I think it's considered it's okay to try to unload him for maybe a pick in maybe the second or third round. If we can get a second round pick, that'd be good. But I'm not, you know, I'm not holding things too crazy. Let's see about a second round pick from Buffalo. Yeah, we may have to go third round. But you know what? Let's get some extra picks. All right, that's declined. Broncos. Let me see if maybe we can get a third round pick from them. 67th overall. Feel like it doesn't bring enough. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's try maybe the Browns. Well, actually, we can't. They're in the negative in terms of cap space, so we can't do that. Maybe the Bucks. Are they in the negative or not? They're not. Okay, that's good. Draft picks. Let's try their third rounder. All right. Unloading Davenport creates some more cap space. get another pick. Big trades. Not really big trades, but just trades in general. The biggest one was Mayfield. And it's crazy that we're doing that, I know. But you know what, guys? This is kind of coming into a tank season. So let's simulate to the middle of the season. I don't think I want to do any more trading of, moving on from players that I thought were going to be better, but they're ultimately not. We've started off the season 0-2. And that basically prompted me to say, let's trade away Mayfield. Now, I don't think Kevin O'Connell is the problem in terms of the coach. I think it's just the fact that Mayfield is a guy that doesn't fit our scheme, and we just need to get a QB that really does fit our scheme, not really go for a guy who is, who was the top quarterback on the market, who we had to overpay, because that's unfortunately what we did this past season. We overpaid for Mayfield last offseason. And we suffered the consequences of getting in the negative in terms of cap space to not have any money to do anything else when we have to pay guys like Jefferson and, our offensive linemen. So Jacoby Brissett, we're going to hook up our wagon to him and see what he can do. Maybe he'll prove me wrong. Maybe he'll prove that he's worthy of being a starter. Maybe it's a starter somewhere else. So Brissett actually did something that Mayfield didn't do. He's led us to 2 wins, and we won by 6 in a shootout against the Browns last week. So I guess Brissett is able to at least do a couple of things, but then again, he's a 1-year rental kind of guy, and he's somebody that we're just having in here to just be a 1-year rental in terms of quarterback to help us out. So we don't have to go with a 59 overall Jaron Hall, but we'll see. All right, so we're in the middle of the season. We're 2-4. Let's take a look and see who we got to negotiate with. And we have $80 million in cap room, so that's making me feel a little bit better about things. Brissett, we're not bringing you back. And Bynum really doesn't want to come back, and neither does Medalist. So you know what? We're actually going to get a new free safety and strong safety. And also, I've been dealing out contracts to guys that really are not super interested in coming here. So let's save some money this offseason and get serious about that. But Bradbury, I think, is somebody that I do want to bring back. 78 overall center. Excited to sign. Okay, so good. And his interest was actually decently up there. So he's actually interested in coming back. John Simpson, we can get somebody to replace him. Chandler, we're going to let you go because we got 2 young running backs. And overall, none of these guys are really interested in even coming back. So I think it may just be a deal where we got to let all these guys walk. Maybe their minds will change in the end of the season, but I don't really think so. As much as I would like to keep buying him at 81 overall, it doesn't really make me feel too super good about his future. But we'll see. All right, so let's start advancing week by week now and see how we do. We're 2-4 in the middle of the season. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be the 3rd year in a row where we don't make the playoffs, because especially since we got a guy like Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Well, we did win a game against the Bengals to go to 3-4, so that's not bad. And unfortunately, we got a new injury, so who's the injured player now? And Garrett Bradbury has a PCL partial tear, so we gave him a new contract, and he instantly gets injured. So 4 years he's out. 4 games he's out. That's not good. So we're going to have our backup center in there with a quarterback that we brought in off the scrap heap to come in and throw when we traded away Mayfield to basically just get under the cap and start over at quarterback. And we're playing a Cowboys team that's actually 2-6 this week, so we actually may be able to get a win, but we'll see. And we do. So Jacoby Brissett, albeit, has got us to a 500 record. Not bad. Not bad for a guy that's coming in with, an opportunity to try to be a starter again. Kind of like the Joshua Dobbs situation. We'll see. Let's see what the media question is. It's been an up and down season. Focus on the next game. Yeah, we just got to take it week by week. I don't think this is a playoff team, but obviously, who knows? Let's actually take a look at buying him again. Maybe his interest is getting up there again. Well, it's not. So we would have to offer him a pretty big lump sum to come back fully. So you know what? Let's see about the neutral offer. Offer is perfect. Okay, so that was actually a little bit easier than I thought. Okay, so I think that's good. But unfortunately, with Metalus, we're actually going to let him walk. And everybody else, I think we're going to let them walk as well. We're going to lose some depth at certain positions. But we're just going to have to get younger through the draft and through free agency, but not spend a whole lot of money towards those guys. Towards, you know, new players to back them up. So that's what we're going to go with. But we were able to get Bynum locked in for, you know, a 3-year deal. So that's going to help our back end in terms of safety. All right. We got the 1-7 Bears this week. So this actually may be a game that we could win. But we'll see. We're actually second place in the NFC North. But the Packers are undefeated at 9-0. So I don't think there's any chance we catch them. And unfortunately, we dropped a doozy to the Bears by 21. So we gave them their second win of the season, and we're now 4-5. And we're playing a 3-6 Lions team this week. So it looks like a year after they won the division, they're kind of back to not being very good. So they're kind of middle of the pack. And we're still second place in the North, so that's good. That's better than what we were last year. Let's see if we can maybe get back to 500 with a win against the Lions. And we get a win. 7-point win against the Lions, our division rivals. And we are 5-5. So Brissett is kind of keeping things afloat a little bit. He's doing better than I thought he would, which is very surprising considering that, you know, and, you know, look, I don't really know if Mayfield would have gotten this team to be 5-5. I mean, seriously. He struggled last year in his first year, and we started out 0-2 this year, and all that money we put in him, it just doesn't really seem to be working. I guess you give a player that, you know, has everybody against him, give him a shot like Jacoby Brissett, who's been a backup bounce-around quarterback for all of his career, and he wants to, you know, prove something wrong. So, let's see. We're going against a 5-6 Chargers team this week. Maybe this is going to be another upset win that we get, but we'll see. Let's see if we can get over 500. Surprising. I mean, I thought this would be a year going into the tank, but right now it actually looks like that we may have a fighting chance. We win by 13. Okay, all right, guys. We're kind of getting some momentum here. We're getting some momentum going here towards the middle part of the season. So maybe we could, you know, if we don't get to the playoffs, maybe we can at least just have a better record than last year. At this point, I'm just hoping for a better record to end the season to see some kind of improvement and have more promise going into the next year. Let's take a look at the playoff picture and see if we're anywhere in sight. I don't think we would be. We are. Right now, we are slotted in as the final wild card team in the playoffs. So there's a slim chance that we can make it, but we can't lose a bunch of games in a row. We have to win most of these games during the back half of the season to even have a shot at the playoffs. The Lions are 4-7. The Bears are 3-8. The Packers lost a couple of games, so they're 10-2 right now. But they, I think, have the #1 seed in the NFC, so I don't think there's a chance we catch them. So we need to get wins against our division teams, and we got the Lions again this week, facing them on the road. We beat them earlier in the year, so hopefully we can go on the road and get another win against them, because every game at this point of the year is basically like a playoff game. It's all crucial if we want to fight it in the playoffs with Jacoby Brissett. And look at that. Another win. We're 7-5 with Jacoby Brissett. I know I keep bringing him up, but golly, Jacoby Brissett is doing this as our quarterback. Unbelievable. Maybe I should have just stuck with Joshua Dobbs, but hey, teach their own. So I would assume we're still in the playoff picture. We're playing the 5-7 Steelers this week. Can we get another win in a row? Can we get 3 in a row? Because we were, 4-5 and we've won 3 straight. Can we win 4 in a row? Unfortunately, no. And that doesn't make me feel pretty good about where this team is at. But I'm going to go ahead and see kind of where things are standing in terms of the playoff picture. We only have 4 games left, and one of them is against the Packers. So that's going to be a big test for us to see where we are in terms of playoff position. So we actually moved up a spot. We're the 6th spot in the NFC now. And it looks like the Packers have the #1 seed still. So they're looking pretty good. Wow. All right. We're playing the Bucks this week. They're 8-5. And we're going on the road to face them. So this is going to be tough. We can't drop a bunch of games to end the season because it may knock us out of playoff contention. So hopefully this is a win that we can get against Tampa Bay. Every game's crucial. Well, we lose another game by 3 points. Are we still in the playoff picture? We're out. So now we have dropped out of the playoff picture. The Commanders are in the playoff picture now. And, yeah. Well, that was a bad one to drop. At this point, everything... And, well, if we beat Washington, we could probably put ourselves back in the picture. But we got to get a win this week in Week 16 to have any shot at getting to the playoffs. The good thing is right now, at 7-7, we've already matched our win total from the last 2 seasons. Not combined, but the last 2 seasons individually. So if we get one more win, we'll finish with a better record than we did the first 2 years. So, little progress. You know, I know it's not much, but little progress. If we win this game against Washington this week, we probably get back into the picture and we take them out of the picture. But we'll see. I don't know. This is a big game. And we beat the Commanders. So let's see if that launched us back into the playoff picture. It did. We're back in the 7th spot. And the Commanders are knocked out of the playoff picture right now. And we have 2 games left. We have 2 left. And we have, looks like we got a weekly award winner. Let's see who won an award. Drew Tranquill won NFC Defensive Player of the Week with 10 tackles and 2 interceptions. Good for him. All right. Well, this is probably, arguably, our biggest game of the season against the Green Bay Packers. They're leading not just the division, but the whole NFC. If we beat them, it'd be huge. It'd probably be the biggest win of the season. Let me just take a look at the negotiating screen again and see if the happiness is getting up for any of the players, like if they're actually interested in coming back now. Well, none of them have changed their interests, so it doesn't really make me feel too great. But you know what? A lot of these guys at the end of this don't really fit our scheme, so, you know, maybe time to consider moving on. Andrew Booth could be a guy that I might consider bringing back, but you know what? I'm not going to mess with that. He's not even a starter in terms of corner, so we're just going to kind of let that ride. All right. Can we get a win against the Packers? We got 2 division games left. This one's big. I feel like we can't afford to lose because it'll knock us out of the playoffs, the playoff picture. And unfortunately, we lost to the Packers by 7. But we've now won 8 games, which is better than what we did the first 2 seasons. But what does the playoff picture look like? Are we in here? We still are. It's 7. Okay, so I'm definitely going to play this last game of the regular season against the Bears to make sure that we win and we don't lose and that we're in the playoffs. Jacoby Brissett has had a resurgence year since we traded for him and got rid of Mayfield. It's crazy that that's led to our first playoff berth of the rebuild potentially. But nothing is guaranteed. We have to beat this. We have to beat the Bears in order to make the playoffs. So let's get in here. Let's go on the road in Chicago, and let's get a win against the Bears. Let's actually give us the... let's actually put on the purple pants, because I like to run those on the road too. And let's go get a win against Chicago. If we win this game, I'm pretty confident that we've clinched a playoff spot. We're 8-8 right now, so we win. Not only will we get in the playoffs, but we're going to finish with a winning record as well. Crazy that I trade away Mayfield basically thinking this is going to be a tank season, and instead we're 1 win away in the regular season from clinching a playoff berth. with Jacoby Brissett starting the rest of the season after week 2. This is pretty crazy. I mean, he's a 66 overall, so it's going to be a tall order to go on any kind of championship run with Brissett as our quarterback. And, you know, we're still looking to move on anyway. But, I mean, if we win a Super Bowl with him, then the rebuild's complete. But, hey, I'm not going to get too ahead of myself. We got a long way to go. First things first, we got to win this regular season finale against the Bears in order to, you know, pretty much guarantee that we're going to be in the playoffs. I don't know what the Bears' record is, but I assume that they're definitely way out of contention. So let's see. We got Jacoby Brissett in here at quarterback. And there is a pass complete to Justin Jefferson on 3rd down, and now we got a 1st and goal to go.
Inside the 5 to the 4.
It's a nice throw. Oh, by stick.
Here's Brissett.
Just run it, Brissett. And Jacoby Brissett runs up the middle for our first touchdown of the game.
Vikings. Jacoby Brissett.
We're on the board first. All right, here we are on defense.
So
we got them in a 3rd down and 1.
Football in the red zone. And a big 3rd down play coming up for this
Justin
defense.
Fields is still the Bears QB.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's
Fields
able to pick up the 1st down.
First quarter's almost up, so it's going to be a quick moving
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now run straight.
Marvin Jones Jr. makes the tackle. Unfortunately, we got a flag on the play. And a hold on the offense. Let's actually accept that 1st and 20. I thought about declining it, but it's going to push him pretty far back.
Guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't.
Another tackle by Nick Vigil.
He'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd down,
Christian Wilkins gets in there for the tackle on the running back.
Just
Way to go. Now we got them in a 3rd and very long, 3rd and 20. We haven't let them gain a yard since that penalty. Defense is playing very well
now on 3rd and
so
long,
far. Spin move, and it's incomplete. We got the pressure on field. Let's go. Nice job, team. Way to hold it. And that's going to be the end of the 1st quarter, and we hold them to a field goal. See if they make it.
Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in possession.
So they get the field goal to trim the lead to 4 points. Let's get the ball. Let's go back down the field, and let's get another touchdown on the board. Start to pull away from these guys. Back on offense.
Now in a pretty difficult situation as this defense up to
2nd and 5.
Ball in the red zone. 2nd and 5.
Powell makes the catch. The crossing route gets a 1st down.
Vikings are going to have
Good throw from Brissett, too.
He's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
With a mid-draw. Brissett may get comeback player of the year. It is.
He will maneuver his way
Chandler
down
gets the carry up the middle. Doesn't gain
only
much,
a yard
but
on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it.
Hawkinson makes the catch,
and
he's almost in the end zone.
5 yards
Closer. Let's go to the 3rd and go to the power play here. We've hit the 2-minute warning, trying to go up by 11. Hopefully we can get a touchdown on this play. We're going to go with a halfback dive with Sanders, our new starting running back. See if we can pound this thing in. Come on, Sanders gets in for the touchdown. Let's go.
Minnesota. A great play.
Nice run. Good run from Sanders. And we got the ball with another chance to go get more points. So let's go ahead and do that. 1:21 left on the clock. Let's go out and get some more. Justin Jefferson breaks the tackle, and he is down inside the 5. Let's go.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
go to a zone weak, actually. Let's run the football down here. We have all 3 of our timeouts left. And Sanders walks in for his second rushing touchdown of the game. Nice. Starting to really pull away from the Bears and leave no doubt in this one. Time to clinch a playoff berth, guys. First one of the rebuild. First playoff appearance of the rebuild. I didn't think this would be the year, but here we are on the verge.
To get back in this contest.
And Harrison Jr. can't haul it in. It's 4th down. Quarter. The Bears, looks like they're not really tacking anything else on. They're kind of stuck in neutral.
Quarter in this defense, hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th.
Powell makes another grab on the crossing route, gets another first.
And he will have a Vikings first. And this defense in a little bit of a tight spot here. The ball is inside the red zone. 2nd down and 6.
Jefferson makes another catch for a first down.
And the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Brissett now. And it's
caught by Jefferson right in between the defenders for the touchdown. Let's go. Good throw from Brissett again. Justin Jefferson with his first touchdown catch of the game. Bears are really running out of time now, but they are in a goal-to-go situation here. 4th and 3, they're going for it.
And they are going on 4th down. They'll try and run.
And we stop them cold. No chance. Nice job. Defense has played really well.
Nothing to lose.
4th and 1, of course they're going again.
Go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter. 4th down, Fields has to.
And it's tipped away, incomplete. No chance. Vigil's had himself a pretty good game out there at linebacker.
4th quarter, and it's kind of getting to be desperation time here for this defensive side. They need to get the ball back to their offense. They have a chance to do that on 3rd down.
Chandler dropped it, but it's fine. This game's pretty much over anyway. We'll go ahead and kick a 47-yarder.
Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try.
Start to wrap this game up. The Bears aren't really good for sure, but you know,
right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
It is what it is. We had to win this game in order to, really secure a playoff berth anyway. So, no shame in playing this one. Make sure we got it.
This offense is going for
Make sure we punch our ticket to the postseason.
Up to the challenge. Time to find out. Here we go on 4th down.
Intercepted.
And he's going to be intercepted.
And it's over.
3rd time. Picked up by a Caleb Evans. And they finally put it into this return.
By Evans right there. He's on ice. We can just run the football and get out of here.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter.
3rd and 2, but we're going to go ahead and run it with Sanders.
Is up to the task. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it.
We don't get it, but
he's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1.
Yeah, we're not running a play, though. This game is over with. We're just going to let the clock wind down. So, with the win today, we are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs as likely the final wild card team at number 7. We get a 31-9 victory over the Bears. Offense and defense both played really well, so that should give this team confidence going into the playoffs. You want to be playing your best, streaking into the postseason, as they like to say. But based on the fact that we're probably going to be the final wildcard team, very similar to what happened with the Panthers rebuild in the season that we won the championship and completed it, we're going to be going on the road for the whole playoffs. So we're going to be road warriors to try to win a Super Bowl. So year 3 of the rebuild is the first season that we're going to go to the playoffs. First time in the postseason, it's with a quarterback that's off the scrap heap. But they say sometimes the sum of the parts is better than the whole, and we've got a lot of young talent on this team, and I think that's really helped. You know, guys like Marvin Jones Jr. and all those guys have played pretty well. And we are definitely in the playoffs, and the first opponent is the rival Green Bay Packers. We lost it in both times in the regular season. Now we got to go up to Green Bay and see if we can get a win against them for third time being the charm. But let's take a look at the playoff picture. Let's see who's in and who's in the postseason. So the Falcons have the #1 seed. They went to the Super Bowl last year, so it looks like they're kind of running back the same group they had last year. The Packers are #2. We're going to face them in the wild card round. The Rams are 3rd, Bucs are 6th, Eagles 4th, Commanders are 5th. So the Commanders did make the playoffs. They just got the 5th seed instead of the 7th seed like they would have been if we hadn't turned it on at the back half of the season. Chiefs have the #1 seed, so they have the bye. We got the Browns against the Colts, Jaguars against the Raiders, Jets against the Ravens. So let's get into the playoffs. And let's get ready to play this first game against the Packers. Really exciting here. Of course, we're going to go on the road for the entire playoffs to try to get to the Super Bowl. Here we go. With an inferior roster, in my opinion, got a chance in the playoffs to go and win it. But we'll see. Is this Jacoby Brissett's finest hour? I don't think Brissett has actually ever played in a playoff game in real life because he was substitute quarterback with the Colts. They never made the postseason under him. With the Patriots, he might started a few games, but that was regular season. So this is Brissett's first playoff game. I'm just hoping the moment isn't too big for him. And considering he's a 66 overall, his rating hasn't gone up a lot, this may be a challenge. But we've got good receivers. We've got Jefferson, and we've got Harrison Jr. So hopefully that'll help him out, take some of the pressure off him so he's not too worried. We'll see.
Brissett going to go to the air right away.
All right, Jefferson. First play to Jefferson. He makes the big catch, and he's gone. Touchdown, Justin Jefferson. Way to go. Now that is going to really take some of the heart out of it.
So they just got the ball off the interception.
Got the ball back off an interception. Our defense has stepped up.
1st and 10 in the red zone.
First down here in the red zone. Sanders breaking tackles, trucking, gets 8 yards on the run. And good to see him come on as our new starting running back. He's looking good.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
He's going to be inches short, but that's okay.
On a gain of 2.
That's where the halfback died.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Sanders punches it in, touchdown. We're up 14-0 quickly on the Packers.
Touchdown.
On offense, we got a 3rd down and 5 here.
Already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this 3rd down play?
Jefferson makes the catch on a nifty little route right there. First down.
Near the 30-yard line. A big
3rd and 3.
Third and short yardage, Brissett.
Hawkinson over the middle makes another catch. First down goal. First and goal to go.
Throwing, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right.
Rolls out, finds Powell for another touchdown. Brissett with his 2nd touchdown pass of the game.
Brandon Powell.
21-0 on the Packers. Taking it to them at home in their own backyard.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down to the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. On 3rd down, Brissett.
Harrison Jr. dropped.
Oh,
come on, Marvin.
The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball.
Well, they needed a stop, and they got it. But we mounted it. But another drive here. We got all 3 timeouts left.
In the second quarter.
Probably gonna have to spend them here. Brissett over the middle, gets it to Jefferson once again. Let's actually call one of those timeouts. We're under a minute to go. If we score on this play, if we score on this possession, I think we're gonna kind of put a stranglehold on this game. Really make it hard for them to come back.
Here's Brissett.
Come on, Powell. Powell with another grab. Let's go with a little hurry up here. See if I can get anything else going. Right, next time we got to call a timeout for sure. We're not going to have enough time to do everything we need to do if we keep going at this pace. Harrison Jr. caught that one. Good.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett.
Ooh, that could have been actually a bit of a dangerous throw. Could have been cool.
The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Brissett.
There's Jefferson. Touchdown, Justin Jefferson. 2nd catch of the game for a touchdown for Jefferson. Let's go. Now we're blowing the roof off this place. How about that for a wild card
So it's 4th down, and this would be a long field goal attempt of about 56 yards, but this offense has decided they want to go for it. They'll run it with Jones.
Well, they got the 1st down, but they still have a lot of ground to make up. All right, they got their 1st touchdown. We're on a
back into the action. We've got a red zone alert. 1st and 10 at the 14. Brissett on 1st down. Now he's flushed
can
out
get
left.
away. Just run, Brissett. Run! And he's going to go in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Oh, man.
Jacoby Brissett.
Beautiful.
Nothing to lose now. This offense forced to go for it. Down a bunch here in the 4th quarter.
We're blowing the Packers out in Lambeau.
Time here. Love on 4th down.
No, incomplete. No chance for that one.
Not convert, and they turn it over. A lot of points put on the board so far by this offense. Now they're looking for more. Already winning here in the 2nd half. Ball in the red zone.
Throw it away. Pressure came right at us.
But can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the 1st time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job.
Sweet. Sanders pounds it up the middle.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down by a couple of yards.
Been pretty pleased with Sanders so far as the starter. It definitely looks like that move's paid off. Gotta let these young guys play. Guess we don't always have to go for the big free agent sexy names, if you will. And look at Sanders in the end zone again. Wonderful.
A great effort there.
At this point, we're just going to kind of be conservative and run the football. Show some good sportsmanship.
We drop you in a red zone situation in the 2nd half.
The Packers are our rivals. We're just going to run the ball and
down to the 13. Here now, 2nd and 4. Jefferson going to go in motion right. He's going to get it on the jet
Justin
sweep.
Jefferson on the reverse.
He's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Now a handoff to Chandler. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up
I'm still just going to keep running it. Try to burn a lot of this clock and get out of here with a win.
Now they send a man in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And they'll run again.
Sanders in for another one.
Touchdown, Vikings.
Nice. And that is the end of the game. We go into Lambeau and we blow out the Green Bay Packers in their backyard. 49-7. We hit them with that first play of the. We hit them with that first touchdown of the game on the first play. I think that instantly just, just put us in prime position to get this win. Just shot them, took the heart out of them. They were no match for us.
With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.
I mean, the Packers were at one point during the season the #1 seed in the NFC, and we blew them out. They had no chance against us. So wonderful to see. First stepping stone, real significant stepping stone in the rebuild. Unbelievable. I mean, we have 2 good receivers, a very good tight end. This offense is tailored to air it out if we, get enough, if we got the quarterback to do it. And right now, Jacoby Brissett is looking like that guy, at least for this season. He definitely should be in the running for Comeback Player of the Year. I know they don't feature that in this game, but he definitely should. And we're going to the divisional playoffs to face off against the Atlanta Falcons. And it looks like the Bucs signed somebody from our practice squad. So let's take a look at the bracket and see what happened in the rest of the league. So we, of course, upset the Packers, the #2 seed. The Bucs actually beat the Rams, so that's another upset. And the Eagles beat the Commanders. So it's Eagles, Bucs, and us going to Atlanta to face the #1 seeded Falcons. That'll be tough. The Colts upset the Browns. The Raiders went on the road and beat the Jaguars, and the Ravens went on the road and beat the Jets. So all the higher seeds in the AFC for the wild card weekend lost. So it's going to be Chiefs, Colts, Ravens, Raiders in the divisional rounds. So that's what we're looking like for the playoffs this year. Going to go up against the Atlanta Falcons, the team that won the Super Bowl last year. So we're going to be playing the world champions in their place. Let's see if we can go up to Atlanta and get a big win and continue our journey to the Super Bowl. Going to be tough, but let's go to work. 7th seed, kind of like I did with the Panthers. Kind of, it's looking like deja vu from the Panthers rebuild. Last year, the rebuild that we won the Super Bowl, we were the 7th seed, and we went on the road and won every playoff game to get to the Super Bowl. So that's what we're doing this time, or attempting to do, I should say. But I think it's still going to be pretty tough. This Falcons team looks pretty good. Desmond Ridder has found his way as being a good quarterback. They did win the championship last year, so they got a pedigree. And this is going to be a tough matchup.
Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia.
Divisional round. We're already putting together a nice drive to start out. So we got a 2nd down and 6 here. Already inside the red zone.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here.
Picking up right where he left off is Sanders.
Shy of the goal line at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
Let's go to the QB draw. Good Brissett.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line.
Brissett didn't get in that time.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one.
Okay, that guy came in and broke that, but it didn't matter. We went to the left, he came to the right, got into the end zone for 6. And the Falcons actually scored on their first possession, so we tied it up. So that's big. Here we are on defense. We got them in a 3rd down and 10. They're driving.
Hold on and force a field goal try. Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And Ritter misses his receiver wide right. We are on offense again. 3rd down and 10. We're still tied at 7 here in the second.
In the second quarter. Into the air once more. It's
Jefferson
Brissett.
make that catch on the sideline. He does. First down.
And they're able to get
Great
this
play.
one past
Just what we needed to keep this drive alive.
25-yard line.
Second and 4.
So this offense looking at a 2nd and 4. The football inside the red zone. Brissett.
And Jefferson again makes the catch for another first down. Second first down reception for him on this drive.
3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
Oh, man, they blew that play up right from the start. Sanders couldn't get loose.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll try again.
And Sanders gets in for the touchdown. 2nd rushing touchdown of the game for him.
A great effort there.
And we've got the lead for the first time.
2nd touchdown here.
And here come the Falcons
Let's
again.
jump back into the
Knocking on the
action with
door.
this defense up against a 1st and 10 at the 11. To the air again, it's Ritter.
Oh, tip! Oh, yes! Intercepted! And he's going to take this thing all the way to the house for a pick 6. Let's go defense.
And he will take this
Beautiful.
one home. It's a touchdown.
Caught it off the tip drill, ran it back for 6. Beautiful.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Falcons did score.
A minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time,
drive here.
but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Pressure
as well,
on them.
so that changes
Unfortunately, we
everything
missed
that you're
with
doing.
Brissett on that throw.
You're going to work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
To throw is Brissett.
Oh, Jefferson, please. Makes the catch wide open. Breaks the tackle, he's gone.
Still on his feet.
Touchdown, Justin. Let's go. Justin Jefferson is the best receiver in the league right now. And he showed it on that play. All right, our offense is clicking again. We're on the verge of once again blowing out another team if we keep this up.
They'll throw again. Brissett.
Oh, that could have been a play. That was a bad play, Anderson. That was 3rd down, too. They're going to let us kick a 57-yarder.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
57 yards for the rookie kicker.
57-yard attempt.
Drilled it.
And this is good.
Beautiful.
From 57 yards.
Well, I was looking for 7 there, but I'll take 3 to basically go up by
even further.
17 points in the half. 3rd quarter now. Falcons do get a field goal. 3rd and 3.
So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense is trying to get the ball back to their offense.
Jefferson, don't go backwards, go forward. Oh my goodness, he had to come back to go get it. That probably wasn't the best throw I could have made there. And the Falcons are kind of getting back into this thing, little by little. 11-point game now. In the 4th quarter, it's 3rd and 4. And Sanders is going to get a key first down to keep this drive alive. Get another touchdown here. We might be able to kind of start putting this one completely on ice. We're not home free yet. Oliver, the back and tight end, makes the catch. Broke 1 tackle, but couldn't break another one.
Footwork, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal.
flood here.
From the gun, here's Brissett.
Allow Harrison to come over the middle, make that catch.
And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
3rd and goal.
A lot of tired bodies on that
Run
field,
it here.
but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
See if we can get in the end zone. Sanders jumps over a man and gets into the end zone after breaking a tackle. Nice. Way to go. Team Sanders has been a machine all game. Unnecessary hurdle, but hey, whatever. It looks good in the highlight reel. And we're up by 18 points. Falcons did score again. They're going for the onside kick here, so let's recover this. 2:27 left. It's still an 11-point deficit, but we recover the onside kick. Covered by Chandler.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics.
3rd down and 3.
It's a 3rd down situation in the 4th quarter.
We get another first down
See
here.
if this
There's no way
defense is up to the task. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Sanders powers his way forward for a key first down. And now we're going to let the Falcons burn their timeouts. So back-to-back weeks, we've taken out the number 2 seed and the number 1 seed in the playoffs. So we just crashed this playoff party, and we got rid of the top 2 teams in the NFC in doing so.
You in a red zone situation in the second half.
Beautiful. It really is unbelievable when I do these rebuilds, and most of the times when I have the season, quote-unquote, where I go on a Super Bowl championship run with the team, it's usually the year where I set my expectations low. And the team always surprises me. It was the Cardinals with a very inferior team. The same thing happened with the Patriots rebuild, definitely the Panthers rebuild, the Bears rebuild, all of them. And this Vikings team has done the same thing. I mean, you saw it. Just like the Panthers rebuild in the last year, we started out as the 7th seed in the postseason, and right now we've taken out the number 2 and the number 7 seeds. Really, in a way, with relative ease. So I'm shocked with how good this team is playing. Last year, Alvin Kamara was the difference. This season, I think it's really just a matter of having, the best receiver in the game in Justin Jefferson, having a quarterback in Brissett that has a little bit more than maybe what Mayfield had in terms of more abilities, even though he is a lower-rated quarterback at 66 overall. Really, I think that was a major difference. And with the moves that we made to get a Marvin Harrison Jr. to go on the opposite side of Justin, we still have Hawkinson. We still have a lot of the same players on defense.
About tickets to the Super Bowl,
we've
before you play the conference championship game.
We've turned the corner quicker than I thought, especially considering that we started out the year 0-2, and we traded away our franchise quarterback for draft pick. So this is not a tank season. This is a season where we may look at, if we don't win the whole thing, thinking that we just need to take one more step and we'll be back here again. But we got it. But who knows? We may not go on another run like this. So we got to make this count. So let's upgrade our players first, and then we'll see what happened with the rest of the playoffs. And it looks like Marvin Jones Jr. has gotten up to an 81, starting at it from 78. That's pretty good. So we're going to play the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Based on the fact that we knocked out the number 2 and the number 1 seeds, that definitely has altered the playoffs a lot. So we beat the Falcons by 11, as you guys saw, and the Eagles beat the Bucs. So they took care of business in what they had to do. So the Eagles are the only team in the NFC that have taken care of business, and they rightfully so. We're the 4th seed heading into the NFC title game. And I assume they still have Justin Hurts and most of their good core, so this is going to be kind of a good offensive battle. And, it'll be pretty interesting. The Chiefs beat the Colts, and the Raiders beat the Ravens on the road. So, pretty impressive there. So the Chiefs are the number 1 seed. They've taken care of business on the AFC side, and they're going to face the 6th-seeded Raiders. And we're going to be facing the Eagles in the NFC title game, with Jacoby Brissett, again, as our quarterback. So here we go. Going on the road. Once again, no big deal. I mean, what we've been doing for the last 2 playoff games. Now we just got to go up to Philadelphia. We're 1 game away from the Super Bowl. It'd be the first appearance for the Minnesota Vikings in a Super Bowl since, honestly, I think 1976, I think. Yeah, it would be. Because the Vikings got to NFC title games in 2017 with Case Keenum. 1998, Morton Anderson kicked the field goal to send them home after Gary Anderson missed.
Today,
So many times in
Lincoln
recent memory,
Financial Field
not like
in
recent memory, but in the
Philadelphia.
modern era of football, the Vikings have gotten to this point, and it's a rematch of the 2017 NFC title game against the Eagles. But this time, Minnesota fans, we're going to break through and get this job done and get back to a Super Bowl. We're on a mission. So let's get it done. Facing a very good Eagles team this week. They brought out their black uniforms. Sanders just ran right all through those black uniforms to get a first down.
Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Sanders also really turned it on in the postseason as well.
They go play action with Brissett. That's down
Come on,
the field
Justin.
for Jefferson.
And it's knocked away. I thought I could get it.
Good job staying
I mean,
with it
Slay and Bynum
defensively.
were back there, so
And
that's a
they'll bring
pretty
up
hefty
second
ask
down.
for him to come down with the ball in between those 2 guys. Hawkins with a good block. We get another nice run for a first down with Sanders.
Good running gets him to about
Take
the
control on the
44.
opening drive. That's what we
It's
do.
been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1
Put
game
Simpson
away
back
from
in there,
the Super
man.
Bowl,
This is the
so
NFC
he's gonna
title
give it
game.
all
We
he's
need
got.
you.
And that's a heck of a run right there.
Play fake, Brissett.
Come on,
Going for
Jefferson.
Jefferson down.
Put it in that spot. Oh! Thought I could get him again.
Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Almost
Now
came
it's
down.
2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Brissett.
Howell, wide open.
This one
First
finding
down.
the hands of Brandon Powell. And he'll cross over out
Just
of
kind of looking
bounds
for that
right
first
at
big
the
play to get the
25.
confidence going for Brissett. That's what I'm kind of looking for in these playoff games. We got a guy that is playing above his ability right now, in my opinion.
That's caught by the big tight end,
You know,
T.J.
66
Hockenson.
overall. So the best thing we need to give
And that's good
Brissett
for a pickup
is
of
confidence
10
that he can
yards.
make those big throws
And that'll leave
downfield.
him with a second and just a few
Looking at it from a
inches
coaching
left.
perspective. You know?
They run for the first
Third down back gets the first down.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. To throw, Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
But he got us in good position.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync,
Jefferson
And it's caught in the
touchdown.
end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin
Perfect opening
Jefferson.
drive to get this game going. On defense, third down and 4 for the Eagles. Got Hurts, they still have Swift. Looks like they still got Smith and A.J. Brown. They get the first down. Jalen Hurts really playing some really good football right now.
And this is going to turn. Throwing his Hurts. Over the middle, complete.
Oh man,
It's Smith.
out of position, and they get a touchdown to tie it up.
Touchdown, Eagles.
Devontae Smith. Eagles kick the field goal, so they have the lead for the first time.
So this offense now on
Put
the
together
edge of
another
the red
drive,
zone
but we got to
at
keep
the
this
20.
going. We're down
First and
for
10.
the first time in the playoffs.
First down, Brissett.
Howell with another nice grab. He's had some good catches in the playoffs, so good to see other options other than just
They're going
Jefferson.
to have a first.
Even though I like to get him the ball as
Taken
much as
down at
possible,
about
it's
the
nice to see
8-yard
guys like
line.
Powell make the catches
Just picking
too.
up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a first and goal.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
2-minute warning.
2 minutes remaining
Down by
in
3.
the first half of this
If we
NFC
get a touchdown here and go up at
Championship.
half, that'd be awesome.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Sanders again.
They'll try to run
Powers
this
his
one
way in for the
and
6th
he'll get
touchdown.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Good way to respond.
So time growing short here in this first half.
Well, we can
as they
mount a
try to
2-minute
get some
drive
momentum
and
heading into the lockers.
give us even more of a good
They'll
cushion.
try and start this drive in the air.
Let's go for what we can here.
This
Hawkinson.
one caught. It's the
Nice
tight end,
grab.
Hawkinson.
Let's go no huddle here.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now Brissett.
Jefferson
And that
couldn't
is
hold on to that one.
incomplete. He couldn't hold on to
I
the
like that
contact.
play, but
Brings up 2nd down.
just couldn't get a separation from that guy. Eagles got good defensive backs. I'll give them that.
Here's Brissett.
Oh, man.
Eluding the pressure right.
Let's just run it with Brissett. First down and get out of
He's gonna
bounds.
be out of
Save some of
bounds,
that
but
clock.
not before he
We have
takes
2
it
timeouts
inside the
left.
40. The coverage
Trying to
may be
save
too
them.
good that time as he
Even
breaks
if we
away
just have to
for
kick the field
19
goal.
with his legs and a
Based on
first
the fact
down.
that our rookie kicker is playing above his head as well, pretty much already in field goal range. Come on, Hawkinson. Come down with that.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot.
That wasn't
couldn't
Hawkinson.
connect.
That was Harrison Jr.
That's some good closing
Armin's not really
speed there
making as
defensively,
big
because
of
that looked
catches
open
as the
for
rest
a
of the
minute.
guys, even
That's
Powell,
great
but
work with the ball in the air.
he's still a young
Never
player,
gave
so.
up, converged on his man and broke the play.
Oh, that could have been a
Ball
tip pick.
nearly intercepted.
Jeez, that was risky.
He had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Oh, man. Oliver. Well, then again, that wasn't the best throw I could play.
What I see so
All
far
right, well,
in
let's
this
try a
defense,
54-yard
because they've been
field
showing
goal.
their best
See
coverages
if we
on
can get
3rd
this.
down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game
All right,
plan that
so
they've
we're up by
executed to
7
perfection.
now. Nice kick from our rookie. So they're going to go for a Hail Mary to the half. Let's play man up 3D. See if we can tip this away.
Side of the field.
Going to the locker room up by 7. This is definitely the closest playoff matchup we've had so far. So it's going to be one of those tough ones.
Time to jump back in. Opening drive, 3rd quarter. And this offense has it in the red zone, 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Nice break. Oh, into the end zone for another touchdown. Sanders is a beast. He's looking like a mini Derrick Henry right now. I like it. Thought Sawchuk might see his way into the action, but, you know, Chandler's still the best 3rd down change of pace back, so
We have a red
it
zone
makes sense.
alert. This defense giving up ground, and they'll look to stop a 2nd and 1.
Oh, my God. That was disaster. That had disaster written all over it.
Game changer, but it falls
We're by 11.
incomplete.
With that touchdown, I think we just need really one more score. We're going
And
to seal
they'll
it.
run on the inside
Sanders
handoff.
breaks another one.
And he will be brought
Powers is
down
away
at
for
about
another
the
first.
6-yard line.
39.
They're able to
89
convert on
yards,
3rd
2
down, and that
TDs on the
sets
day.
up a 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Brissett sets to throw it.
Jefferson in there again for
For
6.
the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
18-point deficit in the 4th quarter the Eagles are facing. I think we've got this one in the bag. I'm pretty surprised that all these playoff games have been as easy as they have, but I guess it's just the way things work. Eagles get a false start, making it 4th and long.
They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
Intercepted. This one is done.
Picked off by a Caleb Evans.
Nice job by Evans. Second interception for him of the postseason.
A lot of points.
Now we just gotta start running the
offense. Now they're
football.
looking for more.
Wind down the rest of the
Already
season.
winning here in the second half. Ball in the red zone. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Yeah, this won't be enough.
Nah, we're not
Stop
going
the
for it.
yard short
Hopefully they
after
just
a
have to
gain
kick
of
a field
3,
goal.
4th down.
Yeah, let's just kick a field goal.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, a 31-yard
Looking down at the bottom, it looks like the Chiefs beat the Raiders, so we'll face them in the Super Bowl next week if we win.
Even further.
So that'll be interesting. Vikings against the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. A rematch of Super Bowl 4. Yeah,
good
Super
here
Bowl
as
4.
we drop you into this situation. Offense staying out there, and they are going on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts.
Thought he could maybe drop it.
And
Maybe hit him.
And now this offense is going
6.
for it on 4th down. Is the defense up to the challenge? Time to find out. Work in the middle.
Well, they got another first down. Tick,
And the
tick,
Eagles
tick.
are going to have first.
Well, they did score.
It's a 2-score game in the
They're
fourth
still down
quarter.
14 points.
Onside kick
Got
coming
a kicker
up,
wearing
and the kicking
23.
team desperately
You ain't no
needs
Michael
football.
Jordan.
And the Vikings able to
Powell
recover.
recovers the
hands team
onside
does its
kick,
job.
and this game is all but
Rest
wrapped
reward
up.
the onside kick.
Well, out of the games that we played, this was one of the, well, we beat the Falcons by 11, technically. That was the final score of that one. So that was pretty close.
Fourth quarter, and it's
We had a
gonna
little
get
bit of a
to
challenge at
desperation
halftime
time
with
here
this
for
one, but after the
defensive side.
second,
They
but
need
after
to
the
get
second
ball
half
back to
began,
their
we really
offense.
just started to
They have
pull
a
away
chance
from
to do
these
that
guys.
on 3rd down.
Really started to pull away from the Eagles and
Able to find
not
the
really giving them
open
a
man.
chance to
That's
settle
complete.
back in and
Now
get
the Eagles will
comfortable.
use the second
We're going
of
to
their
the Super Bowl.
timeouts. And
Vikings
they'll
are
be
headed to the Super Bowl
disappointed
for
to
the
have to
first
burn
time
one.
since 1976. Took me one less year than normal, at least with the last few rebuilds, to get the team to the Super Bowl. But like I said, I'm impressed with how well they've done this season, considering how much of an inferior roster I felt we had going into 2025. But they've defied all the odds. We're going to a Super Bowl. So, life is good in Minnesota. We've finally gotten over the hump of the NFC title game.
Feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves them with a
Get the
4th and
Vikings to
1.
a Super Bowl.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try and run for it. And fights through one man.
Sanders not going down. Gets the first down. Game
That should
over.
be the one that gets him to
Have
the
a nice
finish
drive home,
line.
Philly.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
And that is the game. And the Vikings are headed to the Super Bowl for the first time
And they
since
get to hoist the Hallis
1976.
Trophy. Unbelievable
Wow.
victory. Moving
Unbelievable
on
win.
to the
An
Super Bowl.
unbelievable
Only
run
hope
we've
that
had in
these
the
players
postseason.
understand
Justin Jefferson has
exactly
been on
who was
another
behind
level.
that trophy.
Sanders has
George
really
S.
emerged
Hallis,
as a
one
playoff
of the
hero as
creators of
well.
this great game of football of
Jacoby
ours,
Brissett
the
is
creator
playing
of the
above and
NFL.
beyond
What
anything
an
that he's ever
amazing
done in his
feeling and an
career,
amazing accomplishment.
which is surprising me
And that
and
does
I'm
it for
sure
the
the
conference
entire
champ.
NFL. And we're going to play for the Lombardi Trophy 2 weeks from today. Wow. Well, thank you, Baker Mayfield, for letting us be able to trade you away and get the quarterback that I guess we needed all along, which was a lower-rated guy in Brissett. I guess I should have stuck with Dobbs, but, I just couldn't imagine that. Thought I needed to get a top-flight quarterback. I thought that's what Baker Mayfield was, but apparently I guess it really wasn't. Let's check out weekly awards. Sanders won NFC Offensive Player of the Week, 119 yards on the ground, averaged 6.3 yards per carry, 2 rushing touchdowns. Evans, our corner, had 5 tackles and that interception. So good game from both of those guys. And we're going to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. This is a rematch of the Super Bowl in the 1969 season that saw the Chiefs beat the Vikings for their first ever Super Bowl. So pretty interesting Super Bowl rematch. Granted, it's 50 plus years later, but still, it should make it very fun. So one more time viewing the playoff bracket. As you saw on the bottom ticker during the course of our NFC Championship game, the Chiefs beat the Raiders 38-27, and we're going to be facing the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. 7th seed advancing all the way to the Super Bowl. That's very rare. So I'm actually going to advance past next week, even though it's Pro Bowl week. But because we're playing in the Super Bowl, we're not having any Vikings playing in the Pro Bowl, of course. So we're going to advance to next week. And let's see who wins, the yearly awards. I want to see if Jacoby Brissett was in the running for anything, because this is definitely a season I did not expect from that man. Let's check out the yearly awards and see what we're looking like. So Lamar Jackson won MVP. Coach of the Year goes to Arthur Smith. No sign of Kevin O'Connell, but let's check out the MVP. No sign of anybody there. Offensive Player of the Year in the NFC. Justin Jefferson finished 3rd. Defensive Player of the Year, Josh Allen finished 3rd. He's been a big help for us. Marvin Jones Jr. won what was in 8th place in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, and he's our rookie. Let's see about Offensive Rookie of the Year. We don't really have anybody, so no. Defensive Rookie of the Year goes to Marvin Jones Jr. Let's go. Back-to-back years, we have a Rookie of the Year. Beautiful. Best QB. Unfortunately, no love for Jacoby Brissett. Best running back. No sign of Sanders. Best receiver. Justin Jefferson finished 3rd. No sign of Harrison. Best offensive lineman. Best defensive lineman. Marvin Jones Jr. finished 6th. Josh Allen finished 1st for best linebacker in the NFC. Shout out to him. And Daniel Hunter finished 5th. Best DB, Josh Metellus finished 1st. Wow. So we had some good defensive players, and maybe that was the difference. And our kicker, Ben Sherman, finished 4th in the running for Kicker of the Year in the NFC. So good for him. I think it's really been also our defense has really played very well with a lot of the young guys that we've brought in. A lot of those guys are getting a chance to play, and Jones has played very well. So I think just getting younger in a lot of the assets, in a lot of different positions, has really just helped us kind of in a way rebuild this team quicker than I thought we would. Despite the fact that we went in with a 9-8 record, we were a 7th seed, we were a wild card, we were the last wild card team to make it to the playoffs and make it all the way to the Super Bowl. But we are playing arguably the best team in the NFL. The 13-4 Chiefs, they had the best record in the NFL all year long this year, and that's who we're going to play in the Super Bowl to try to complete this rebuild. Can we do it? This is going to be tough. We got Mahomes. Kelsey's retired, but the Chiefs still have Pacheco and a lot of good players. And as long as they have Mahomes, anything can happen. So we're going to see if we can complete this rebuild and win a Super Bowl. This could be it. Chance to give the Vikings their first ever world championship. That's another reason I wanted to rebuild this team. The Vikings were very intriguing from the jump due to moving on to a new quarterback, which is what I wanted to do, which ultimately we did. A different quarterback is on the verge of bringing us a championship.
EA Sports.
So, here we are. And this is Super Bowl 60, I think. We are playing this game in, I think, Atlanta.
Jefferson going to go in motion right. He'll get it here on the
Reverse to
Jets.
Justin.
And he's
for
up
the
in
first
it
play.
after a gain of
He gets
2 out to the 27.
Chiefs that are not afraid to run a little bit of
This
gap.
Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude.
Super Bowl appearance for Kevin
ask the
O'Connell.
cliche, what's going through his mind right
David
now?
Goliath
Maybe the better
in this
question,
Super Bowl.
CD,
So far,
what do you think are the
we're looking pretty
pitfalls of
good.
being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed, and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart,
Jefferson again, first reception of the game.
Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things, and then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best
He
chance
doesn't
to
get
win.
anything on that
Not
run.
a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw. That is caught
again.
at the 7.
Actually, no, that's Harrison. And he made his first good catch of the
And
playoffs.
finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man
Chandler.
complete. It's Chandler. And he is going to lose yardage
Little
here.
CS. Yo, yeah, what's up? How you doing?
Not what you need down here. It's going to be second
Verge of
and
wrapping
goal.
up my rebuild of the Minnesota Vikings in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
They'll drop to throw. Steps away to
Well,
his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. This is
Flag off.
So they hit
Is it a
Pater,
holding?
but
Please
count
don't be a
it yet.
hold.
There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about.
Oh, roughing the passer. Jeez. All right, that's a break.
So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be 1st and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean,
Ball
plays
at the
happen,
1 yard
let
line.
it go. It's over. Instead, creates a penalty.
And he will take
I made the
this one
stupid
into
decision
the end
of
zone.
accepting the penalty
Viking
instead of
touchdown.
denying it, but we still got into the end zone.
Punching it in from a yard away.
Only thing is that it takes away
Vikings
Marvin
are
Harrison
on the board
Jr.'s first touchdown in the playoffs. But it is what it is. He's been a part of the project to help us rebuild, and it's good to see that pay off. He was our first-round pick last year.
What can they dial up here to try and thwart this
All right.
3rd down situation?
3rd and 13 for Mahomes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll
Get him
look
off
to
this
throw.
field, and we
There's a
don't do
short
that.
to tight end Johnson.
But we
And
catch
this is
up to
gonna
them with
turn into
44
another
and make the
first down
tackle.
as the tackle is made at the Vikings 13-yard.
They don't have Kelsey anymore, so they got one of their backup tight ends now as the starter over there in Kansas City.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes.
Ooh, we got a big hit there, but that didn't draw the ball loose. Drew Tranquill playing against his former team in the Super Bowl. That's going to give him some motivation to make a big hit like that. Pacheco is dangerous.
Pacheco gets it up the gut.
There we go. Nice tackle.
He'll get this one back
Good
to
job.
the 5-yard line, but no further than that. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
That's the end of the first quarter. And it will end with a 3rd and 2 for the Chiefs.
Here in Super Bowl 60.
Inside the 5.
Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
And they get in
the
for the
Chiefs
touchdown.
Juwan Johnson.
So the Chiefs answer the bell. And we don't do anything on offense, and here they are.
The situation, ball in the red zone. It's second down, and the defense needing to step up. Pacheco gets it again on second down.
Good tackle by
And
Jones.
he is met
Nice
in
job.
his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Rookie of the year on
It'll go
defense.
down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
7.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Got his
Stopped
man
him short.
complete over the middle.
Nice tackle.
It's Johnson.
Force him to a field.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down.
No Butker. So they got a different kicker now. All right, so they get the field goal to go up by 3. Bend but didn't break. That's all we can hope for right there. Still a long game to go.
So here's the situation upcoming. Second quarter, third down, and this defense just trying to force the field goal attempt. Throwing, Brissett. He will not be able to hang on through the contact.
That was good coverage, but Harrison, you got to catch that, man. All right, well, let's kick a field goal and at least tie it up.
Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out.
And he got
his
it.
kick is good.
So at the very least, we can tie the game up at 10. But I really wanted to take the lead on that possession. Keep the pressure on the Chiefs. To beat the best, you got to play your best.
The Minnesota offense about ready.
So we got a chance to do a 2-minute drive. We really need points here. I really don't want to waste this trip. Come on. Chandler on the screen. Beautiful. Get that. Oh, I thought he was going to come back and get that block.
In this case, if you're there, take it.
So we're the little quicks.
Which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that
Jefferson
wants to drop
running away from him.
That's it.
Nice.
And all the way inside the 15.
Beautiful. All right, so definitely a field goal range.
6 yards on the play.
So we've been able to get past that. 2 timeouts left.
All this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work.
Chandler open on the angle route. Gets in for the touchdown. Let's go. That's just what we needed.
Ty Chandler.
I had a feeling Chandler might be open on that one because we've been going to Jefferson most of the game. They wouldn't expect that. But the Chiefs, they mounted a drive pretty quickly too here in the third quarter as we get the second half underway.
At the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco.
All right, here we go.
Takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That
man, another. Oh, he dropped it. Wow, nice hit. I thought he caught that for sure. They forced it 3rd and 7. Defense is making some big hits out here. Bull rush.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's in. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Curtis Samuel, a 12-yard touchdown.
Curtis Samuel, former Washington Commander, now Chief. It looks like we scored once again. Into the bell. Chiefs on a 3rd and 13 now. 2 minutes left in the third.
In the third quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes.
Nope. Good coverage by Tranquil. Beautiful. Defense is rising to the occasion on most plays today. In the biggest game, you got to play your best.
A 3rd and 4
down and 4.
situation
This may be
coming
a little
up
bit of
inside
you know
the
what?
red
Let's not
zone
run
as
this.
this
I don't want to
defense
go with
looks
the
to hold
reverse
the drive
play.
right here. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett.
Oh, I didn't see Bolton there.
They needed. He couldn't pull it in though, and it's 4th down.
Right, so let's kick a field goal.
Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is
nice job.
right there.
Right, we are in the 4th quarter. We're up by 10.
Even further.
Keep the pressure on Kansas City. Keep them on KC.
No hesitation in this situation. Down a couple scores late in the game. This offense is staying out there on 4th.
Got his target, Samuel. Completion to Samuel.
And he is going to have the Chiefs first down. And now this offense is going for it on 4th down. Is the defense up to the challenge? Time to find out. They'll run for
Get him off.
The time to pull out the stops is...
We almost had him. It looks like they didn't score.
Situation in the 4th quarter. Time to see if this defense is up to the task.
All we got to do is run the darn football. We are doing it with Sanders, and we got to keep first down. Make them spend the rest of their timeouts. We're up by 10. We're almost there. On the verge. And it's over.
The final sequends have ticked away.
Vikings are world champions for the first time in their history. With injuries to Super Bowl champions in just 3 years.
Well, what we saw here was
I think this is definitely one of my shorter rebuilds that I was able to complete, because normally it takes me 4 years to get it done. This one only took me 3. So I'm a little bit impressed, but I'm more so impressed with the run that this team went on. Justin Jefferson being a 99 receiver definitely helped. I told y'all I was excited to do a rebuild centered around him and the Vikings, and he played brilliantly. But Jacoby Brissett has to be the story of this season. He was a free agent. We were 0-2 to start the season. I decided to trade away Baker Mayfield because he just wasn't getting it done, and I didn't really think there was much of a future with him anyway. So we went into the season in tank mode. And the tank season ends in a Super Bowl championship and the completion of the rebuild. Did not expect that, and look at that. Jacoby Brissett, MVP of the Super Bowl. So, if I were to continue this franchise, Jacoby Brissett would be getting a new contract. Definitely. But, like I always do with every rebuild, once the team wins the Super Bowl, the rebuild is complete. But I'm so happy with the way that this roster was also built. We really rebuilt this team with a lot of rookies. We had some veterans like Tranquil right there who's holding up the trophy, so we needed some of those guys, and like Christian Wilkins. But overall, a lot of the guys that stepped up for this season to win it were guys that we drafted. Guys like Marvin Harrison Jr., Marvin Jones Jr. Those guys really stepped it up and were the difference in us being able to win the championship. So it was great to see those guys step up in a big way. And the Vikings have won their first championship. I was able to give them their first Super Bowl. Wow. Definitely didn't expect that I was going to finish the rebuild during this live stream. But here we are. Here we are. Super Bowl champion Minnesota Vikings. And we did it with keeping the same coach as well, Kevin O'Connell. It's been a few rebuilds since I've been able to keep the same coach to be able to win a championship. Let's take a look at the season recap. I'm going to see if any Vikings retired on top and see what happened. So the Minnesota Vikings, so I lead the Vikings to a Super Bowl championship in 2025. First championship in franchise history. MVP is Jacoby Brissett. The MVP of the whole league went to Lamar Jackson. Coach of the year was Arthur Smith of the Falcons. Rashee Rice, Offensive Player of the Year for the Chiefs. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Crosby of the Raiders. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Carson Beck of the Broncos, the former Georgia Bulldog. And Defensive Rookie of the Year, Marvin Jones Jr. of the Vikings. Let's go. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players for the rest of this. Christian Wilkins is up to an 88, so that's good. All right. So let's advance to the next week, and I want to see who retires, if we have any players on the Vikings retire on top. I don't know if we do, but we'll see. We'll see if somebody decides to retire. Maybe it's Brissett. I don't know. But we will see. Few retirements. Nick Vigil retires from the Vikings. He was a backup linebacker, although in the playoffs in the first 2 games against the Packers and the Falcons, he actually made some pretty good plays for us. Brought him back a few years back, the first offseason of the rebuild, for depth reasons, and he's going to retire as Super Bowl champion after 10 years. Spent his career mostly with the Bengals, but he was with us for the back half of his career, so Nick Vigil retires with a Super Bowl championship ring. So congratulations to him. Nick, will miss you, and thank you for being a part of this franchise. Well, that is going to do it for the Minnesota Vikings rebuild. Only took me 3 seasons to rebuild the Vikings into a world champion. Crazy that the way it ended. Hope you guys have enjoyed watching this. Shout out to little Shasty. I don't know if that's how you pronounce your name, but thank you for checking out the live stream, and thank you for everybody who's checked out all of the Minnesota Vikings rebuild live streams. Only was 3 parts for this one because it didn't take me, like I said, as long to do with his other rebuilds. Next rebuild is going to be pretty interesting. I mentioned at the end of the Carolina Panthers rebuild that I was stuck between this one and doing a rebuild with the Jets. And the reason the Jets one is intriguing is because it's a lot like the Vikings, where you start out with an injured Aaron Rodgers, and you got to see if you want to keep Zach Wilson, or maybe you want to go in a different direction with a different quarterback. Because who knows also, if Aaron Rodgers comes back the next season, how much longer will he play? So I'm not sure when I'm going to start that rebuild. I may actually wait to do that next week, but I'm pretty confident that that's going to be the next Madden 24 rebuild that I do. It'll be the Jets. Not only that, it's intriguing with Aaron Rodgers in the twilight of his career, sure, but it's also interesting from the perspective of the Jets haven't won a championship since 1968. So hopefully I can end the curse of Joe Namath's deal with the devil, if anybody knows about that football curse. And Jets fans have suffered for a long time. I've known Jets fans, a few of them that I've met, hardcore Jets fans. That was the team they root for. They don't waver, and they're tough. New Yorkers are tough in general. So if you're rooting for the Jets and you've suffered this long, I give you props. Seriously. So that'll be the next rebuild. I don't know when that'll come, but it may come next week. Or it may come tonight if I really want to go for it just to do more Madden 24 live streaming. Because I did an early live stream last night, so I'm a little ahead of schedule. But y'all will see soon what I decide to do. So thank y'all for checking out all the Minnesota Vikings rebuilds. If any Viking fans check this out, hope y'all enjoyed me leading your team to a championship. Next rebuild, the New York Jets. Y'all have a good day.